Hey, this is Gray Fox.
And I'm Vixen.
And welcome to not Friday.
Not Friday.
Not Saturday. Sunday updates.
We're a couple days late. Sorry.
That's all right. We've been very, very busy, so that's just how it goes. So we don't really have any axes to show you guys this week. There is some stuff in process. Plus I've got 7 Christmas axes that are kind of in the works.
Yes, and they have to be done in the next 2 weeks. So,
yeah.
Along with, I think we have 3 more orders that we have to get done. So we'll be busy.
Quite busy.
Doing lots of Christmas axes.
Yeah. But I wanted to show you guys some gear while I have you here. Some gear and some bags and some other fun stuff. So some of you on the forums have seen that I just picked up one of these bad boys. This here is a little Badger 22 long rifle, I guess. It's a single shot breakdown. You can actually break it right in half. If you pull this pin out right here in the center, you can separate it into 2 different pieces. I have mounted optics on it. This is a red-green laser optic that actually has peep sight built into the top of it. I'll take that off, I guess, just so you can see what it looks like without. Come on. There you go.
Technical issues. Sorry about that.
There we go.
All right. So
this is what it looks like without. It's extremely light. It's a single shot, pop out, drop down. So it just self-extracts from the bottom. But we wanted something that was light, backpackable, that we could just kind of take with us on the fly. You can carry additional rounds, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 rounds on the butt here. And I'm probably going to do a paracord wrap through the inside here as well, just to make it more comfortable. The cheek weld, the reason I have that higher riser sight that I just took off, but the higher riser sight, number one is it clears the stock peep sight on here, but the other reason is the cheek weld on here is slightly high. So my cheek weld goes here, which the riser on the sight puts my eye right at level. I mean, I could get down to the peep sight like this, but it's uncomfortable. Up here where my natural peep sight or my natural cheek weld is, that puts the sight right in my eyes. So pretty cool piece of kit. I really dig it. What do you think, Vixen?
Well, we've been wanting it for a while. I mean, we saw it at a gun show, I don't know, like a year ago, I guess. And by the time we got all the way around the gun show to come back to it, because we decided we definitely wanted it, it was sold out. And we were like, oh, bummer. We went to the next 2 gun shows and nobody had it. So we actually finally ordered it from a local gun shop, and they forgot to order it. And so we had to order it a second time. And then they forgot to call us.
What a mess, man. What a mess. Gun shops here in Florida aren't the same as gun shops in other places. I've never had as many issues anywhere in the country as I have here with customer service and people willing to work with you.
I think that's kind of a Florida thing all around, not just gun shops. I think we're finding that in a lot of places. I mean, we're Midwesterners, I guess. We're not native Floridians, although we've lived in Florida for over a decade. So you would think that we would get used to poor customer service, or it just could be a millennial thing.
Yeah, but I mean, we've spent a lot of money on gear and guns over the past year.
Yeah.
And so these shops that we've gone to, that we've given our hard-earned money to, you'd think that they would appreciate us as customers, because we do buy a lot of the, nicer custom stuff, and we do order stuff and everything else. But no, customer service is horrible. So we have been a little bit displeased. This is threaded for a silencer on the end, so you could put a silencer on it. But it's pretty quiet as it is. You can put rabbit rounds, which are little shorties in there, or standards. They do make a 22 Magnum version of this, but I think the LR is just fine. Although the Magnum would be kind of cool to have as well. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to it. They're made in Ohio, in Dayton. So that's kind of cool.
More Midwestern stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's about it for this. I don't think I have really anything else to talk about on this one. There is no actual grip on here, but it has this this rail that you could put. They do make a grip you can put on it that's hollow that you can put survival gear in. But honestly, you could just put a forward, a forward grip from AR on here, and it would fit just fine. But honestly, it's not that difficult to shoot without that grip there. It's just a little different. So, all right.
It's a fun gun.
It is a fun gun. So, moving on to the next item. All right, so this here is a VOODOO Tactical 30-inch case. These cases on Amazon go for, what do they go for? $52.95 for the 30-inch case, which is great for a breakdown rifle and or what I have in here. So it has a nice big front pocket. In the front pocket, once I open it here, I have a quick release laser scope, and I have a Blackhawk single point Serpa sling that goes with what's in the case. So what's in the case? What's in the box?
Something very cool and unique.
And unique.
I like unique.
Yep. You got that unzipped?
Yep.
Okay. So in here, we have this piece of gear right here. So what is this? What is this crazy thing? Let me crack her open. And I love this case. This case is great. So this here, alright, so you've seen the case. I do recommend it. So this here is a UTS 15 round bullpup shotgun. Nice. So I do have it set up for a single point sling, but what this thing is here is it has these two ramps on both sides to load up 7 rounds on each side. You have a selector here that you can select in the center. It'll alternate left to right. For all the rounds, you can either just go just right or just left. And what that will do is if you could put buckshot on one side and slugs on the other, or birdshot or whatever, and you could just have that going, or you can cycle back and forth through both, and it'll take every other round alternatively. It is pump, so this is where you drop that 15th round, just like so. I'm just going to close this up for now. It has your AR style select fire switch, and then on the other side you'll notice here it has this other switch by your finger. What that is you have a laser light, or if you go up, your flashlight. And that's built right into the choke tube, so pretty freaking badass. They do make additional chokes for this, so yeah, pretty cool. I went with a speed set laser sight, again because it's got a higher cheek weld, and again I like to have red and green lasers, which I have on here. Yep. Off. Yep, that's off. And I also have a backup set of flip-ups at a 45-degree angle in case I need it. Now this shotgun will eject from any angle, so any angle you're firing from, you can yank it back and it'll eject around. and it ejects it from this back section here. Let me pop that up. So from back the out, we'll just throw them out. But anyway, so if my laser light was to go dead, I just cock it at a 45-degree angle, and I have my point of impact. So yeah, pretty freaking slick, huh? I think it's slick. Pretty badass little piece of gear. Anyways, so that is the UTS 15 bullpup shotgun. 15 rounds in a shotgun, 1 round in a .22 rifle. I know it's odd, but it's still fun, right? What do you think of this, Vixen?
It's a fun toy.
It is a fun toy.
I haven't had a chance to shoot it yet, and I'm kind of excited and nervous at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
More excited than nervous, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Gray Foss as excited as the day that we brought that thing home.
Yeah, this thing is awesome.
And
Pretty
again,
awesome.
there's another story about a gun shop here in Florida that did us wrong.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna go there.
No, I'll go there. So we went to buy this shotgun, which is actually kind of hard to find, at a brand new dealer with the most beautiful range, and it's almost like a Gander Mountain in a just ridiculous range that just got built brand new.
Yeah.
You know, it's, I mean, they got the stuffed animals everywhere and the whole deal.
The taxidermy.
Yeah, I guess not stuffed animals, that's
No.
weird. They got teddy bears and bunnies and Easter
No
bunny
teddy
crabs.
bears.
Okay, but anyways, so yeah, so they had everything kind of that we were looking for, and their prices were a little steep, I'd say. But if you get customer service, I really don't care about that as much.
Their
you know?
prices were a little bit above average.
Yeah.
But we get it. It's a nice, pretty store. They probably have a little bit of overhead. We get it. You know, we're willing to pay a little bit more and get it the same day and, you know, get good service.
Right.
But we didn't get good service.
No. So we sat there and waited. We were the only ones at the counter looking at these at the time. Or looking at anything over there. This is in their tactical area.
Yeah.
And we had him pull it down, and I looked at it, and I asked him for a price, and he's like, "Oh, just give me a minute, and I'll get you a price." Okay.
Well,
And then other customers came in, and he started helping them. Then he started helping another guy, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm kind of waiting on a price here, dude."
20 minutes later.
20 minutes later, I'm like, "Hey, so can I get a price?" And then the price he gave me was like $7 less than what they were asking for it. So I'm like, you know, as much as I would like to just flip off the camera and say that's what I meant, I'm not going to do that because I don't want you to insinuate that I mean it towards you, because I love you guys and that's just not it.
Right.
So yeah, so that was fairly upsetting. So there's a local shop that's just down the street, and it's old. It's been there for,
Forever.
you know, like 70 years it's been there. So I went down to that shop, and they just happened
2
to...
miles away.
Yeah, 2 miles down the road. And they happened to have it. It was actually more expensive there,
Yes.
but they matched it and gave me a discount on top of it.
Yes.
So I bought it there. Yeah.
I have never seen Gray Fox so giddy as the day that thing came home.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. I like this
pretty.
thing. Pretty cool. You know, I have, you know, ARs and all sorts of crazy stuff, but a 15 round shotgun, bullpup style, 30 inches, with built-in laser and flashlight and all the other good stuff, that's pretty freaking cool, man. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so now the last thing is something that I've been wanting to show you guys for a while, because it's such a flippin' fantastic deal.
Yes.
Alright, so I've had plenty of range bags in my life, because we go to the range. We love going to the range. You know, practical application of a firearm. If you own a firearm and you're not taking it to the range and shooting it, then there's something wrong with you, because there's no way for you to be accurate, safe, and comfortable and able to protect yourself if you're afraid of the weapon that you're firing. So you need to practice, and if you don't practice, you'll lose it.
Yep.
You could be the best shot in the world, and if you don't shoot for a while, it takes you a while to get it back. I used to be a competitive shooter. I used to be you know, cut cards in half and do everything else with, you know, with pistols. And then we took like, God, almost like 3 years off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we were just so busy. I wasn't able to make it to the range for almost 3 years. We got back, and it took me a good 2-3 days where I sucked, you know, to get back in the habit and get the good habits right and get everything, you know, my trigger pull right and my eye relief and my focus and everything else, my calm, so that I could fire as good as I used to fire, and now I'm good again. But it took me a long time to get that back. You know?
I don't think it really took you 2-3 days. I don't think that you were
I wasn't as good.
competition level,
No,
but
I wasn't as good. Is what I'm
your
saying.
groupings were still pretty darn good.
They're okay. Not as good as they
really
should
good.
be. Not as good as they could have been. But the point being is that if you have a weapon, a pistol, a rifle, a bow, you know, anything like that,
Yeah.
use it, practice, you know, because it is fleeting. And the comfort factor of actually using it over and over and over again in repetition and getting used to that trigger pull and what happens when you pull the trigger and how to fix a malfunction quickly, how to do all sorts of things. That's just, you know, it's something that you really need to do on a constant basis.
And especially for the ladies out there that, you know, carry concealed and then they don't shoot it ever.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
get out there, get to the range, you know, every once in a while, just, you know, fire it just a little bit. Just an hour once a month even is something better than nothing.
Trigger it just a little bit. Anyway, so this ginormous freaking range bag, you can kind of see the dimensions of this thing.
Huge.
It's a freaking monster, right? So I've had bags like 1/3 this size cost me, you know, for like a Smith & Wesson range bag cost me like, you know, $120, okay? I had a Ruger range bag that was half this size that was close to $200. It was a Black Hawk, you know, with the Serpa insert, and it was like $200. This thing is a monster, and right now you can find it on Amazon for $42.89. $42.89 for this beast. Now, you would think that for that price, you're not going to get a lot of features. You would be wrong. So I'm going to start with the far side. I'll drop it down. So here's the far side. This will fit all of your AR size magazines. I've got a couple of other smaller magazines in here. I have, you know, speed loaders. This speed loader is really cool. This is an adjuster speed loader, and you can actually use any size clip for a pistol with this speed loader. It's pretty cool. I really dig it. And it also, oh, and I've got my weapons cleaning kit in here for any size weapon. So that's one pocket. And then if I flip it over to the other side, in every one of these pockets is padded to keep your weapons from getting scratched up. So that pocket, again, magazines all the way across. And this is a deep pocket. You could put another, you know, if you had an extra sleeve, you could put another pistol in here easy. And in fact, it's got Velcro on the bottom, so if you had a sleeve, you could pop it right in there, no problem. And like I said, this is deep. You could definitely put whatever you wanted in there. The zippers are all nice. They work good. And then you have your side pockets. Let's start with this side. Oh, here.
Getting a little crazy there, honey.
Well, I'm trying not to go slow. So again, these are padded pockets. This is just a little, what I like to call my drop pistol. It's a little Jimenez Arms pistol, a little 380. It's actually heavy, which, and it has like no kick, but they're cheap as hell. I think these are like $120.
I think we paid a little bit more than that, but not a whole lot.
Right
more.
around there. They're
Yeah.
cheap. It's kind of like a high point type weapon. This is a small 380. Again, it's heavy, but for just an extra little weapon just to stage somewhere, it's definitely worth it.
It's so concealable.
Yeah, there's nothing to it. And it's, I mean, I prefer my other small one, but let's see, the other side here. What do I have in there? Oh, okay, yeah, so this is my other little one. This is my Ruger LCP. Fits in there. And again, you could fit full size anything in here. In fact, if I show you that side where that pocket was, so you have the big pocket here, and then you have this separate zipper here, and this is for you to carry your quick draw pistol. So in here I have a, this is a Kimber Ultra TLE 245. I love this gun. Okay, so that's your outside pockets. And then on the inside, you have a ridiculous amount of room. So in here, let me see how I can show it the best. There we go. So these are pistol sleeves. So I have pistols in there. In here I have I have ammo over here stacked up for shotgun and pistols. And then over here I have glasses and hearing protection for both of us. So glasses, electronic hearing protection, which if you don't have electronic hearing protection, I can suggest you get it. But then it also comes with these two sleeves, so you can have your weapons in here. This is a Smith & Wesson. It's a Smith & Wesson P99, but it's got a Walther bottom, so it's the combination that's a lot rarer. It has tritium night sights and all the other good stuff. And then in here,
Fun gun.
huh?
Another fun gun.
Another fun gun. And then here is Vixen's baby. This is a Kimber Solo.
Yeah.
So, and we could put more guns in here and everything else. This was just kind of a demonstration of how much stuff will fit in here. So I've got, in here right now, I've got 4 pistols, hearing protection, eye protection, enough ammo for probably 2 days at the range, you name it. So all of that fun for like, what did I say, 43 bucks?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you can't beat that. You can't beat the price, you can't beat what it is.
Right.
It's freaking sick, and it's a ginormous bag. So if you have multiple weapons and everything else, and of course you don't have to load it up, you can put whatever you want in there. I mean, you could, if you only had a couple of pistols that you wanted to take the range, you could take that. You could bring lunch, snacks, a couple of beverages, whatever you wanted would fit in here
Right.
without an issue. So I love the bag. I will put links to the bag in the description. I'll also put links in for the
The rifle bag?
yeah, the VOODOO tactical bag.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so prices on the shotgun, the UTS 15 shotgun, that's the M&P version. It's a it's a $1,275 retail. We got it for what,
Like $850 or something like that?
$850. And then the laser flashlight option. They make a red one that's less expensive. I went with the green with the flashlight, and that is like $350.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a birthday present. I'm a lucky guy. So anyways, yeah, so very cool. And then the little Badger, you can pick those up for like $230.
Yeah.
You know, so $230 single shot, well made, never gonna die, run over it with a car, freaking rifle, and it'll still work.
Yep.
You know, lightweight, very packable, you name it. The Jimenez that was in here, like I said, you can pick them up for like, I'd say at the most $150. The LCPs are probably closer to like $350.
Yeah, I think that's what we paid for it.
Yeah. P99, a standard P99, like a straight Smith & Wesson or a straight Walther P99, you can usually pick up, you can usually find them used for around $500 roughly. But one like mine where it has a Smith & Wesson on top, Walther on bottom, that was a limited run, and then I had the tritium night sights on there, so maybe $650 total. The Kimber Solo, probably,
I think it was around 800, and we bought it used.
yeah, 800
Yeah.
roughly. 800 to 1,000,
Yeah.
you know, depending upon, I mean, we do have 3 magazines for it and all that other good stuff.
Right.
And then my Kimber Ultra TLE2 45, those are like $1,250, $1,300, I think, something like that. But it's expensive. But for me, that's something I've wanted for forever. Can you find other ones that are less expensive that are just as good, like a Dan Brown or something like that? And yeah, they're about the same, a little bit less expensive, but they're not bad. I mean, you can get some other ones that are less expensive, but I wouldn't say that anything is near as good and comparable for what it is for a 1911, you know, pistol. Some people prefer Glock. Some people prefer, you know, a lot of other things. Sig Sauers. I really like Sig Sauers. I do not like Glocks. I know a lot of people love them. I have a lot of close friends that absolutely love them. There's something about them in my hand, they don't fit right, and I don't like them at all. But that's just me. In an emergency, would I use one? Absolutely, but not my favorite by any means.
No, the first gun that I ever fell in love with was a Kimber.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's Kimber for me all the way.
I talked her into it, and then she shot it, and I was like, "Yep, that's it."
Yeah.
So, anyways, on top of that, new news. As some of you may have seen, we are now partnered with Cold Steel, which is pretty cool. Apparently, they like what we do, and we like what they do, and so it just is a natural relationship that we have. They make affordable, high-end stuff that, you know, is put through a test and works great. And we make affordable stuff as well because we want to get it out to the people who are actually going to use it. So
Right.
it just turned out to be a natural good thing. So what that essentially means is that we are authorized resellers for Cold Steel. But realistically, we'll be able to try their stuff out in advance. We'll be able to do better and more giveaways. We'll be able to have better access to the stuff we need to create our axes. We'll be able to work with, you know, prototypes and other funky stuff. And we'll have swag that we can throw in the boxes when people buy stuff.
Right.
Right now, I think, well, I'm not going to say because we just sent some out, so I'm not going to say what we put in those.
Oh, they'll see it soon enough.
Yeah? Okay, so there's, Cold Steel does this really hardcore testing of all their products where they like cut up pigs and other craziness and whatnot and, you know, targets.
I
and
had to leave the room. I couldn't
it was
watch
awesome though. So they make 2 DVDs and I'm throwing both those DVDs in every box and then a sticker and whatever else they decided to send me to give away.
Right.
So they like what I do, I like what they do. So it's a good partnership. And you know, they heard about my problems with getting the parts that I needed in a timely manner, and they stepped up to the plate and are hooking me up. So I should never have that problem again. Cool, huh?
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. So yeah, so that's all I got. I wanted to get something out for you. I know it's not our typical Axe Friday stuff, but it is an update on what's going on with us. And you got to see some pretty cool gear.
Right.
Gear that I really like.
So we have the poll for the slogan.
Oh yeah.
up on the Battle Box forum, so please go in there and vote for your favorite.
Indeed.
And we do have parts for a Viking 2, so somewhere in the near future, maybe a month down the road, there will be a Viking 2. And what else do we have?
Yep. Nothing. I'm very tired, in case you guys can't tell. So, anyways, all right.
Okay, at least our Packers won.
Yeah, Packers did win, which is great. So yeah, so I think that's all we got. We love you guys. We thank you for all the support you give us.
Yes. Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. Check out our other compatriots that are doing YouTube videos as well. You got Tactical 1911. You got
Out West with Chris.
Out West with Chris. You got Charlie. And you got Manshuba, which is, I swear I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they've all got YouTube channels as well.
Oregon State Homegrown? Oregon State? It's Oregon something. I know that. I don't remember. I'm so sorry, Manjumba. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'll get it together.
She'll get it together. We'll mention it in the next video. But anyways, so yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.
See ya.